welcome back to the GSTL. Deer has been called out against the nine-tailed fox here, and he's chosen the map Yunsu.
Now this is going to be the next map, and we have a Terran versus Protoss, with both of them playing in one of their best matchups here, so we can expect a really good games between them. Sanai not too happy with his performance in last game, currently explaining himself to the coach and talking a little bit about the game there. I think he really got caught off guard early on with that harass.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, any high-level player will tell you that you should have seen that coming. I don't know what happened to them exactly, but he did not respond quickly enough. He did not have enough units nearby. Queen's way out of position.
You know, from what we saw on the screen, it was really, really transparent that GOMTV would just go and try to go into the natural with these units. The only thing that I can really come up with is that the moment he defended his third base, he jumped into injecting, into getting the scouting off, trying to start his structures, and didn't really see which directions the Hellions left. Yeah, that's the only thing that I cannot come up with. If he would have seen that the Hellions moved north, he would have immediately known, okay, they are trying to go into the natural, and would have had his units in position. I think that was the mistake, and from that on, everything just went south.
Yeah, I could totally see what you're saying there. And GOMTV played a very good game. Let's see what he's got planned for Yunsu. Do not think we're going to see mech against Protoss, but with GOMTV, you never know. Deer, on the other hand, a really, really strong player if it comes to late game. His storms will get you. Even his mid game is quite strong. He knows exactly how to shut down all your harasses.
It's going to be a really good game. Trap is a little bit stronger in the matchup against Terran than Deer is, but Deer in general is really strong. Not only against Terran, but also against Zerg. He has really good stats. And we're going into a game where GOMTV also has roughly a 70% win ratio in the matchup. So game number 2, can Deer defeat GOMTV here? The GSTL, Round1.
It's full force when I step to the fore, bringing you that fuel source fresh from the core. Right mind, thinking strong, you like iodine. With blueprint, these huge quotes that my mind designed.
Starting to the bottom left for FXOpen, the nine-tailed fox in his second game today. It is
FXO GOMTV.
GOMTV with the victory in game number 1 against Sanaya. Kind of effortless. He took down the Zerg player. Now he's up against the Protoss player. Different matchup on a different map. Yongsu it is, and for Seoul,
Deer.
For Seoul we have Deer, and so we talked a bit about both of them being really strong in this matchup. Just to underline this with a few statistics for you guys. Deer so far in this matchup, offline in Heart of the Swarm, has 36 maps played. He won 26 of them. That leaves him with a 72% win ratio. To his latest victims count Supernova twice actually, Marine King, he took on SC, Byan, Tasia, and Cure. Lost only against MMA and Pold in the last 2 weeks. GOMTV, on the other hand, has a 70% win ratio in this matchup as well.
He loves that girl from Norway.
I can see why.
That came with him to watch StarCraft. I mean, it's a good enough reason. I'm sure there might be other reasons, but like, I'm sure that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, coming back to GOMTV for a second here. Also a 70% win ratio, 30 maps played, 21 of them won. Lost the last 2 games against Protoss though, against Sora and also against Hero. Jance's Hero, that is. And in this game in particular, we have for Deer a proxy build.
Dear Diary. Today I did a proxy Oracle build against GOMTV. I don't think he liked it.
The question is, will he die to it?
Look at this. GOMTV's actually adding a second barracks. This is a weird game just all together right now. I wonder what he's got planned with that. I wonder if he'll go up even to 3 barracks. That would be crazy.
Dear Diary. Today I played double barracks Reaper against Deer. He didn't like it.
I don't think he knows my true feelings yet.
This is going to be a good game.
Where's the... Oh, the core isn't ready yet. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh,
Twilight Council, actually.
No Oracles. We're going into a Twilight Council. We will see the Inca Memorial build.
I wanted to go Stargate against him, but I got nervous. I went Twilight Council instead. It was really embarrassing.
And here we go. Double barracks Reaper.
Yeah, and...
You know, he could actually die to that.
I mean, he's definitely going to get scouted. Eventually, GOMTV was like, well, what else is going on here? And he can micro against the first Stalker with 3 Reapers and kill it.
Think about it, if he actually just cranks, I would have loved... You know, sometimes you see these silly builds that just work, where a player, for example, just goes for, scout something, goes for Mass Reapers. Every now and then you see that. And it's funny as hell when it happens, because nobody expects that. But if you have the wrong tech path, and suddenly that goes down, then everything can go amiss. And screw the Dark Templars, not the Inca Memorial build. He does not want to do that. No, we have actually a hidden blink. Oh my god, that just barely didn't get scouted.
Yeah, even if he doesn't find it, he can have some ideas here. Factory's on the way, so he's going to get Widow Mines, it looks like, as part of a response to this. I think he really expects Oracles, because that's usually what you've seen proxied. He only made 2 Reapers, he cancelled the 3rd one, so he's got 4 Marines in total right now, making 2 more at a time. It's going to be tough to hold this without Marauders, and with Widow Mines, you can actually dodge Widow Mines with Blinks if your Blink micro is really good, and Deer's is really good.
Is that so?
That's true. That's one of the things about Drew that's good. Or Deer, not Drew. I'm sure there's a Drew out there who's got good micro also, but that's not what I'm talking about here.
No, he might actually be able to delay that command center for a little bit longer, not quite, but he's still scouting in the main base, and by now he should know that something is a little bit off here. Like with the timings and everything, that doesn't really pan out.
Now he knows it's Blink for sure, because he would not have those gateways if it was an Oracle build, and he's making bunkers everywhere.
Everywhere, exactly. They are a dime a dozen right now. This is like the Walmart edition of the bunker. They are at a discount at this point. He's getting so many of them, they might as well be free.
You know, he's getting a siege tank too, which I really like, but he's going to have to face the attack right away.
Oh, so close!
Bunker does not complete. He's picking off Marines left and right.
It's time for the SCVs to join the battle. Even the Mule is trying to lend its strength, whatever that is. But so many of the Marines are already going down. The Micro so far is pretty good, saving his mothership core here as well. The bunkers are ready though. Took a couple of losses here on the other hand.
Yes, saving the mothership core was the most important part. Now he's got control of the ram.
Only 2 workers killed. Only 2 workers killed. The rest were Marines, but he still has quite a number of them. He's not going to lose the command center either.
Yeah, definitely not. Stalkers eat a shot.
That was a pretty good defense here by Gummio, even though he lost a couple of Marines, but with the siege tank alone, he already did quite a lot there. I really like this for him.
He needs to keep the siege tank close to the bunker, otherwise it's going to get blinked on top of and killed. And even if he keeps it close to the bunker, it could be killed, but it's going to cause Deer to take a lot of losses. I think he's just going to go for it here. Should blink up, targets the siege tank down, too far away from the bunkers on that side. Another siege tank pops out, worst possible moment here.
Worst possible moment, and also worst location. Now the mothership core is gone on the other hand. He's blinking in again. He wants that bunker. There is no option for him to get any Marauders. He has to do it with the Marines. He's trying to use the SCVs to surround the Stalkers, but the blink is already good. Deer is doing his best here to blink away every single time, and he's making a great job out of it. The Terran player down already in supply. Can he take down those Stalkers though?
Yeah, it looks like he may be able to. He needs to blink again to the right. He's waiting until the last second. There he goes. Getting away from those SCVs. Now he can fight the Marines. He does not want to get near that bunker. A few more Stalkers coming up the ramp here. And he should be able to kill these Marines in the game.
Wow, Dia is able to make that happen. The second tank coming out right into the bunch of Stalkers. That was the nail in the coffin there. Dia takes the game and takes the match for his team.
The Blink Stalker all in, definitely something to write about in your diary.
Yeah. That was actually really well done, but Gumiho, you know, if that second siege tank comes out a little bit faster and he gets that into position, then things look very different, I feel.
Yeah, you're right. You know, one of the changes David Kim actually posted about today is decreasing the siege tank fire time. So that's something that, you know, if that came into fruition, might have helped Gumiho out a little bit too, but only having 1 siege tank is just, no matter how fast it shoots, is not going to be enough. 2 really helps you a lot. He moved it close to the bunkers for a frontal attack, but when it came from the side, he had the second bunker there, or I guess the third bunker I should say, but it wasn't full, and the siege tank was not protected. And the second one came out at the worst possible moment. I mean, it couldn't have been worse.
Not only at the worst time, but also at the worst point of the barracks. He was immediately surrounded by the Stalkers, and they took it out without a problem. If you do not have any tech labs at the barracks, you can't get the Marauders. Yeah. Marauder in a few of those bunkers would, of course, been exactly what he wanted there, but that's something that he didn't have. We're going to take a quick look at the replay. Another shot at what exactly Dia did here. And that was the winning game. Went up, sniped immediately on that siege tank.
Yeah, he goes right into the spot where the siege tank is not covered by any bunkers, and look at that. Oh, bad luck right there.
If that Siege leaves on the other side of the barracks and he gets a siege up, he gets at least one shot in, maybe even two, and that could be game-changing in a situation like this.
Or if it were out 10 seconds before, you know, as the Stalkers blinked in, that would have been a lot better for him too. This is a weird situation. The micro here is not perfect by Deer. He has a little bit of hesitation, partly targets the bunker, then starts targeting the SCVs, but once he moves away, he knows that he can get into a good spot where the SCVs can't surround. He can keep picking off the Marines.
And he keeps warping in Stalkers. We see another bunch of Stalkers soon coming into the main base. But also, even if he lost already a lot of Harvesters, keep in mind that if he loses the Stalkers here, even with only a few SCVs, Gumiho can come back into the game since he has a double command center. He can drop the double mules, and we do not have a second base for Dia at this point.
Yeah. He just has to go for the kill here. And even a Widowmine wouldn't have really helped him there because, like I said before, you can dodge Widowmine shots with a perfectly timed blink.
So, a really good move here by Dia. Gumiho with a couple of really nice approaches here. If he would have kept those bunkers a little bit closer to the core of his base, then he would probably been able to defend this. But the idea was to just take down those Stalkers once they blink up immediately. But the second siege tank, definitely one of the biggest points in this defense. Yeah,
that was a ton of resources invested there that just did not come to fruition. And Gumiho, he won the first game. Can't be too frustrated with his loss here, but losing like that is kind of unfortunate. We saw already two Blink Stalker all-in successful earlier on today.
One of the problems that Terran player just has going up against Sol is that you have two Protoss players in that lineup that are really sick against Terran. Gumiho was playing his best matchup as well, but it is Dia who won it. And now the question, of course, who does FXOpen send out next?
I don't know. Hurricane,
I
maybe,
no idea.
I think, might be the choice. But do you really want to send him out now, or do you use him later? Because Lenok hasn't been as strong recently as he was in the past. They've used Hurricane last a few times recently. So I could see them saving him or putting him out. Like, I feel like I'm almost on the fence about this.
You know, DG Helium has a pretty interesting quote in his signature on Team Liquid, never trust Lenok. And in this season of the GSTL, that was definitely the truth.
I thought it was about him telling me he wasn't on a diet.
Well, it might actually be... Oh, there we go.
SC.
It is SC. We have, very interesting, another Terran player moving in. I did not expect a Terran against Dia, especially with Trap still on the bench.
SC is a good player in TVT, I feel like, a lot of the time. TVP, like you said, it's not what I expected.
I mean, he's a great choice as a player. He's very strong, and he made an all-kill happen in the last season for his team. So he's definitely a good choice to put out, but I'm not quite sure if he's the right choice against a player like Dia. And as I said, especially with Trap still sitting on the bench, and Trap is just waiting for more Terran players to approach. He's eating them for breakfast.
Yeah, he's ready for them. He's like, yeah, my Terran ratio did fall a little bit.
Yeah,
percentages.
I went from 85 to 84%.
I'd like to get that back up a little bit. Keep sending the Terrans.
Yeah, keep sending him in. But well, what exactly is SC going to do? Choya, he has faith in his player's abilities. He's still talking to Hurricane here. SC has a decent win ratio in this matchup, but it just pales in comparison to Deers.
Yep. Fruitland is the map he's chosen, so he's got a plan.
Maybe he's going for the if he proxies the lemons, you know, he might be able to win this.
Yeah, bunker rush to those lemons. That way your SCV is also protected by the bunker while it's harvesting.
Yeah. With a lemon proxy, I can see that happen.
Double barracks proxy on the lemon. He like makes it into Marauder so there's more damage to armored. The whole time Deer's freaking out, there's no barracks in the main. He's like starting to wiggle he pulls his probes, he's looking for barracks everywhere, and actually SC's just getting the lemons.
You know, we should actually have something where like DTs can pick up lemons. You know, you actually proxy the lemons, or you do something and you try to grab them, and then suddenly they pop out and the DT comes along and just steals it away. It would be so mean. It is lemon time, guys. It's time for finally a lemonstration, at least I hope so. Fruitland is the map. If you've never seen this in the GSTL season, you're in for a treat. We have game number 3 at the GSTL match between FXOpen and Sol. We have a second Terran player coming out for FXOpen. It is, of course, SC. He's going up against Deer. Let's see if he can take him down here at the GSTL. Colin Wolf.
Full force when I step to the fore, bringing you that fuel source fresh from the core. Right mind flicking strong, you like iodine. When blueprint these huge quotes that my mind designs.